The people on the red site didn't see the bullshittery. They might have just heard that, though. We're currently trying to deal with crap for getting the tree up. And that is supposed to go on tomorrow, which means I need to make sure that all of that stuff is dealt with, put away, and so on. Otherwise, it ain't gonna happen. Exactly. Because we are largely all into like Warhammer 40k, that stuff's, then right now there's a bunch of model kits or boxes from the kits and whatnot sitting out that kind of lived rent-free in a drop zone in the living room. Anybody who knows anything about drop zones knows exactly what I'm referring to there. Absolutely nothing of any kind of what the hell is this BS regarding drop zones, right? Never happens. So I'm trying to deal with that. There's a certain Swaggin that was supposed to be helping with it, but she has a convenient excuse of I am currently working or I am currently doing dog sitting and therefore cannot. Because, you know, I certainly brought this up at the last minute, didn't I? That sounds like me, doesn't it? Absolutely. Last minute bullshittery. So yeah, gotta deal with that. And a few other things. And speaking of last minute bullshittery, Blood's still dealing with crap in order to try to find the monies in order to be able to stay here. Otherwise, she's going to have a very unpleasant New Year's. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to hit this one. I don't care. I'm going to be partially over the in-game chat. But realistically, that shouldn't matter. Sound is way down. There we go. I think that's better. Okay. I didn't have the time to mess with that. If Baka needs a sleeps, then I will be there in a second. Okay. So I did get the redstone working for this. Thank you. I was debating on trying to do the red brick. And I had thought about doing mud brick as much as I'd want to cut my eyes out after that's done. But I decided to go with the deep slate because, well, I'm all the way down here. There's going to be plenty of deep slate to go around. But I figure what I will end up doing is tie in different sewer routes and whatnot. And that way I could make use of some of the red brick ones, some of the mud brick ones, different things like that. So, as I had mentioned, we figured this out last night. And I needed to run this further, and I needed to increase the block size. So this is functioning now. The golems are still in the walls. I kind of want to do some kind of a storage space where I just make use of those 2 golems now. I don't know specifically how the golems work. Like, I assume they will only put away things that they know where things need to be put away, right? And they will only put it away in the appropriate spots? Or is it a thing that I'm going to have to basically have 27 of an item? 27? 27 sounds right. 27 of an item in order to encourage it to be put away correctly. Excuse you. Oh, I only got 2 of you. There wasn't very many of those either. Not the ladders, I need those. Very cat. Okay. So, if I were to do some kind of a storage, like, I'm honestly contemplating moving the villagers back and doing something else out here in the front section. It would better control on where the golems are spawning. Like, I think that if I put the villagers here, they will only spawn in this section. But I'm not certain. I'd need to look into that more. I am wanting to dig a sewer line the whole way up to here. And I also there was somewhere down there. I'm forgetting where now. But I basically want to dig sewer lines to all of the major location-y things. So probably dig one over this way as well. Seeing that's a major spot. Probably end up digging when we get up towards spawn. Probably want to dig that out towards people's bases and stuff. Although I'm technically going to be kind of sort of going through Electo's base in order to get there. So it's like I have trees here. I could do storage here. But if I do storage here, I'm going to be limited to like a 1 chunk wide, which is probably fine. I don't know on how much storage takes nowadays. I could alternatively do it the exact opposite of the portal. That might not be a bad option. Because it also then makes sense. Because, you know, travel, storage. Kind of like that as an idea. I will need to go get I don't want to use the birch for that. So I'm going to need to cut down the birch trees. I am going to need to plant oak. I don't think dark oak will spawn in this area. Like, I know it won't because of the foot. Oh, I had a bunch of oaks already. Okay, this makes things easier. Actually, come to think of it, I already had a bunch of charcoal. I don't have the time to wait around on this right now. I never did deal with that either. Hey, chill guy. Yeah, I did not intend on doing Minecraft again today, but I've kind of been busy with a bunch of crap around home. And therefore didn't get the chance to, you know, really set up with anything else. So we get a little bit more Minecraft. How many people like Minecraft? Do you like the Minecraft? And I should have charcoal. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking a storage system comparable to yeah, don't you gotta love that? Kind of thinking a storage room area that is comparable to Etho's storage room. Like I'm gonna obviously have to go bigger, but the sliding shutters thing from geez, what was it? 1.8. When Etho was doing his man cave. I don't know if he's still been doing that or not. A lot of people that have done Minecraft Let's Plays and whatnot had to change their worlds at yeah, with the stairs. I'm not sure about you, but I can barely see shit. Why does this feel like it's gone too far? There we go. Oh, crap. Isn't there an elevator? I think it depends as to what you're referring to. I do technically have, what's the collective term for it? Bubble Vader? Okay, so that only goes to there. That's exactly what I was thinking there, Ima. Use the golems to sort it in behind the walls. Because the shutters should not have to have redstone going behind them. See, before I start digging that way, I might be in luck. Oh. Okay, so if I dig that way, I'm going to start cutting into that room. I could go to the midpoint. At that point, I would still only be doing a one chunk wide, though. And in fairness, I don't know how big of a storage space I need. I rightly don't know. Because there's some items in Minecraft that you wouldn't modular. I'm not sure if I know what you're referring to. I might know it to see it, but... Okay, what is the midpoint here? 4, 6, 8. So that's here. So that's 2407. So that would be the midway point. And then if I go this way, 2, 4, 6, 8. So that'd be 2392. Is this needed here? No, it's not. Wither storage doodads. Oh, I don't think I have the pop-out chat put for this one yet. You must agree to the terms and service to view the embed. How the hell have I not agreed to the terms and service on YouTube? Let's do that one. Mute. I know that Etho largely wouldn't care. Etho's cool that way, but I'm going to mute anyway. As soon as it decides that it wants to play. I'm guessing those are the shelves in the thumbnail as well. Next to the barrels. Hard refresh. Can you play now? Chill guy, that just means I'm doing it right. Why don't you want to play? Let me go back a little. Will you adjust then? If playback doesn't begin shortly, try restarting your device. Yeah, that sounds exactly like a great idea right now. Set it to autoplay? I mean, I could try that. Reload. Reload. Turn autoplay on. Refreshes. Autoplay is off. Hey, it's working now. Okay, so it's all the shulkers in the floor. I'm seeing crafters, I'm guessing? What the ever-loving crap? It's like almost one of everything. Oh, he's in creative, okay. That. So, the shulker boxes are boxes full of items of the appropriate colored sorted. I'm guessing that's correct. Hey, Luke. And chill guy, I am bi gender. They, them, and kind of explains. Gotcha. So it's more of just a comfort thing when it comes to the VTuber. It's less mental BS, plainly. So, when it comes to the redstone, there, I'm like I said, I'm guessing from, yeah, assuming that I actually see it or hear my phone, because last time you didn't put it in chat. But yeah, just from the way it looks like it's a thing where it's kind of color coding the items into shulkers, and then when you need to run off with a bunch of items, you just pick up the shulker. in... Why did that not update? My dashboard didn't update. It was still saying I was offline. There we go. But yeah, it kind of looks like it's a bit of a bug-out bag from a survival standpoint. Like a survivalist's standpoint. Let me get a little bit of dirt. Yeah, it's like, just the way that it was kind of looking, it kind of resembled the same mentality as a bug-out bag. Just for confirmation, it's not to mimic his huge storage system at... Shit, that would have been before he joined Hermitcraft. So that would have been like 1.9 or... Nexus, thank you. Yeah, not that. Your arms are sore. Is that related to like a COVID shot maybe? Or, I thought I had more dirt than this. Did I have it inside? Flu vaccine also would kind of do... Actually, a lot of vaccines would just do it. You know what? I'll use sand. Yeah, that would probably do it too. Strain. Okay, so if I had chests here, I would have the shutters that would be functioning there. So if I remember correctly, it was stuff like that, which places the next chests there, and then the shutters here, if I remember it correctly. It looks about right. So that means that we need, in each corner, minus lighting or anything like that, we need... It's been a while since I built one of these, so it's like 1, 2, 3... It's a 4x4. 5x5, if you include the next wall. Yeah, plus 2 for the golems. Wait, would it be 2? That's an important question now. Would it be 2? And yeah, the up and down both ways, 2 sets of stairs thing, that reminds me of back when I was in high school. My high school was very similar. I'm doing ASMR. When I've done Stardew, I've literally put people to sleep. And like my voice right now is not quite my normal voice. It's still a little irritated from when I was sick. Okay, so let's think here. If we run the theory of 2 for the golem, so it'd be 2 starting here. I'm guessing, you are referring to 2 for the golem, including the wall that would be behind the storage room. Or is there a reason why you're thinking 2 blocks space for the golem? Because I think the golem... Yeah, actually, the golem should fit in a 1 block. So 2 for the golem. Chest. Block. Which means I need to move it this way. 2 for the golem. Chest. Block. So I'm not very far off. That'd be like right here. Okay. Well, I might not have to walk around it. Additionally, if I use creative blocks, deep slate walls, for example, then I will free up a little bit of space, and it'll be like a 1.5. Well, one and a third. I might have to move this a little bit anyway, so if this is not the way I'm intending on doing it, I'm just lining out what my clearance would be. Alright. And I think in this case... Actually, no, this wouldn't work. Because now I don't have the space here, right? Because that would be like this. Although I do have clearance that I can go another block or 2 this way, so this might still work. What am I looking at here? 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be approximately 6 by 6 double stacked. I need to let blood in. I will be back here in just a second. But golems, how high can they reach, or can they only reach the, you know, T-Rex argument of 1 block high because short arms? That and that. Alright. That took far longer than it should have. Chat, 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 chat. Thank you, Baka. Making sure that things are dealt with here. And I'm intrigued. A block reach of 1 in all 26 directions. Okay. Right. So block reach of 1 would mean that chests here, I'd need some kind of a floor, right? Actually, no. No. They'd be able to reach here, so the second chest up, the third chest up, they... Oh, I'm getting what you're... Okay. So if I were to put that there, chest, and the third one up, they should be able to reach all 3 chests. Okay. While true, it's just an example. I haven't heard cave noises in a while. Check the short. Oh god, it's a YouTube short. Copy that. Okay. I don't know what... Like... I understand what they're doing. So they only remember 10 chests. And... So how... Okay. Close you, go away. So, in a large storage room like this, I'm obviously going to have a lot more than 10 chests. It's also... Yeah. But then the question is how do I... So, if I were to put a golem behind each chest, that means that the items that are sorted into the copper chest behind each pillar would have to be appropriate to those chests. Otherwise, some kind of a timer or something to pull shit back out of the chest, like... Because by rights, behind this chest, for example, I could put a double copper. And then that would cover these 4 and, well, the 2 more here. What do you mean, no? Okay. So if I set an ice water stream above the copper chest and set a 5th chest set to an item dropper with the auto get the hell out of here redstone to spit it back into the water stream, and ran that water stream perpetually going around the back, eventually everything would be sorted, assuming that there's a spot for it. Because hoppers cause more lag than a water stream would. Now, that said, I don't know if a hopper would cause more, or a hopper chain would cause more lag than a water stream with droppers auto-firing. That I don't know. Either way, whether it's a hopper chain or a water stream, we're still going to be taking up more or less the same amount of space, with the exception of not the redstone for the dropper systems. I don't know. It's been that way ever since I've started playing on 121. This is the same mod collection as the Minecraft crew are using. So why my XP bar is flickering, I have no idea. So it'd still be running along the back. You'd still have to have a miscellaneous chest, even if it was just a hopper chain. So you would do... I was going to say you'd do a... Okay, actually, I know how this would be done. So, pretend that this is down in the floor. Because I can't be bothered in actually digging it out and... It did that before you modded? Well, there you go. So if I put the copper chest down bottom, the miscellaneous sorting chest on top, and hopper chained it along, the hoppers would be able to go straight into the lower section. So as the hoppers come in here, I'd have a hopper down below to throw it into the copper chest. And then the golem back there would be fishing out of the copper chest to sort to these 4 chests here. That means, though, I wouldn't need a golem here. I'd actually be better suited to put one here, unless I simply wanted an extra one here just in case. So it'd be there, there, and there. Mathematically, that ends up working out. Well, are you referring to these chests? These chests have always been straight in every time I've seen them in Etho's storage rooms. Side-on does save some space, or maximize some space, rather. So you'd have... Oh, that would be a problem. So if I were to do 4 double chests here, I'd need a golem at every intersection. It's too bad that I couldn't do the sideways double chests, and then, you know, obviously the stairs would be right here, but take item frames and stick it on the chest, and the item frames not be pushed off by the stairs, you know? Okay, so if I did it that way, the golem would actually have to be where I'm torching and not back next to the bone block, because the copper chests and whatnot would have to be running along here. So that's gonna that's gonna eat up a little bit more space. So if I run that theory, we're gonna be doing that, which means this needs to move that way one more. And I have the clearance. So I'd need to move everything down one more. Let's see, do I want to do that? No, I wouldn't. I would just make use of the wall, because I've been making the walls here like triple thick. I have the clearance, never mind. This will work. So that would be 6 this way. One, two, oh. That was almost bad. One, two, three, 4. Dang it. 5. Six. That's not where I put that. It's next to the chest on this one. So that'd be here. And then that also means that that's the back corner. Right. One, two. This way. Ow, balls. Flint. As in, how frequently the flint will drop when you break a block depends as to which block it is you're breaking and the seed information, as opposed to pure RNG. Speaking of, one, two, three, here, bone. Well, today I learned that would be an electo. Okay. I was like, what was that even a reply to? This is where I make the remark of, can I get the seed information for a Minecraft world that is guaranteed to not give flint, like the complete antithesis to everything getting... Depending on where you are, Blood, if you are downtown, you might want to duck into the mall and get a few minutes on the charger, because you should have the cable with you unless you left it. Oh. Then at that point, you might have to flip and turn around, come back here, and, you know, wait 10 minutes or something. I don't know. There's not much really that I could tell you, you know? I was a little slow on that one. One, two, three. There, that. Continuing. Well, that worked for it to be the exact number I needed there, and that doesn't. One, two, that, and that. And I think it was here. Well, crap. Let me go empty my inventory. It's like I'm one of those people there, Ima, that I would benefit. What the frick? I don't understand what just happened. That must have been something that was installed in the last update to this mod pack thing. Because it didn't work that way on 21.8. I am going to end up hurting somebody with that damned add-on. So, serious question, Blood. Were you coming back along, or were you just... Assuming you have enough battery to hear me, were you sticking around and sticking through it? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, for... Should be breaking... I was just gonna say, I should be breaking through almost any time here. And I was one block off. Hey, look, diamonds. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. So that should be everything storage-wise. Mathed out. Except for whatever the hell I'm doing in the middle. And what I will end up doing here... Shit. So we're gonna move the door by the looks of it. And that's not gonna annoy me in the slightest. I only need to move that way by 3 blocks. Because this is supposed to be in the middle. I might just be able to move it. Yeah, nothing ever annoys me, right? Three. So that means I need to come across here. I'm gonna have to see if Blood has enough power and just hadn't heard. All right. Non-binary pipeline. Alrighty, so put that there, that. Inventory is still good. 1, 2, 3. 3. And that would be here. And it would be there. So there, there. Okay. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that looks like it's gonna math now. Looks like I should still be far enough away even after digging into the wall. Looks like I still have a couple of blocks. Okay. So then I'd knock out this one and this one to have the straight in for the storage. And we would be looking at, if we put them sideways, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So it'd be 20, 40, 60, 76 chests. Math sounds like it's correct. Making sure nothing's too dark here. And seeing light level 2 as the minimum. How does 76 doubles sound like it would function, though, for legitimate storage? So, like... Well, that's kind of where I'm going. It's like... I currently have a lot of deep slate. But, realistically, with the exception of copper, and iron technically because iron farms, emeralds technically because of villagers, redstone because most people never use enough, you know, for the most part, a barrel will almost be enough. Like here, is what you're thinking. I'm following. 76 would drop 8, so that would be... That would be math. 68? Yeah, you're right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So 24. So if I were to simply stack... Wait, that means I was really wrong on the math. I'm not mathing today. See, I feel 80 is probably good with bulk storage for things like cobble, stone, netherrack. Let's see, you'd have gravel, sand. Do I have any signs here? Tempted to make a written book. Where the hell did I put my signs? Oh shit. Alright. So cobble, stone, deep slate, tough, gravel, sand, cobble, deep slate, stone, tough, gravel, sand, netherrack. Maybe? That would give me 8 different variants, which would work well for a bulk storage. Ooh, actually, I've got a better idea for the bulk storage. What if I went up a layer and there was a balcony? It wouldn't have to be everything all the same, but you'd have a balcony to look up into like a vaulted ceiling where you'd see the bulk storage and have them on different switches. Sunk into the floor could also work, yeah. Actually, I really like that one. Sunk into the floor would fix a lot of the void space. Ooh. Yes, we're doing the sunken into the floor. Because there's going to be a bunch of void space because of the fact that, what else are we going to be doing in that space? Welcome back. Well, that would be kind of interesting if that ends up being the correct middle. Chill guy, should I say my condolences or congrats? It's that time of year, you know? Just let me clear out one of the quadrant areas here. Okay. So the stairs would be here. If we assume 3 blocks. Three blocks is standard for comfortable walking space. It wouldn't be exactly 3 if I have it like this, though, because it would be 2 plus the railing. So if I were to do it here, and we were to do the same, stick it in here, so then it would be that. There we go. Should be 3 over. Should be here, here, and here again. That's not how I did that. Pretty sure I did it that way. But I won't be mathing for that. Actually, this could work. So we've got the 3 in the middle for the stairs going up and down. 2, 4, 6, 8, 16. And that's not even including the fact that I could put them sideways, like the other ones would be done. That could have been bad. And then this would have blocks above it anyway. I need to make sure I'm digging it down to the height that would be needed in order for it to function well. I'm thinking this height. That's not correct. I thought I saw something flash out of the corner of my eye. Actually, that'll be fine. And then this has to go here like this. I think this should work. And it still gives me the option that if I do need more storage, I could still go up another tier with the exact size that I currently have working with. I just need to figure out another way to do transitionaries at that point. So that's 3, so then here I'd have to be cutting back in a little. And then there would be a bone block. Cooking, baking, eating. Sounds like an MMO quest. I know, it's related to your company, though. Okay. I was just a bit dumb. Because that would have to be there like that. Bone. Don't have this. Alright. So, chuck that in there, clean up. And out another one. So that means this would have to go there. So that'd be like that. Deal with my inventory again. I should that time where I should be taking a break. I'll duck in with the bees and make sure they are loaded. I am very much going to need a blaze farm soon. I don't know if anybody is working on one. I think, yep. So there's a small chance that we will have honeycombs ejected. Alright, I'll be back here in a moment. I gotta make something else to drink. I don't think I've got anything ready. You know, ready to drink and stuff, so I'd be back. Alright, I'm sort of here. I got a couple of peanut butter cookies. I'm gonna flip the screen here in a second, as soon as I get my headphones back on. Alright. So Alecto hadn't said anything, but I think she's on the way home. She was out for a little bit with her mom. At least I'm pretty sure it was her mom. That. And... my head started to feel a little swimmy, so I wanted to grab a couple of cookies or something. So I'm going to need to consume that here in a second. So palette-wise, we are going to need stairs for the shutters. We're going to need stairs for the stairs. Tough makes a really good block nowadays. Do I want it all Arcus, though, you know? Okay. So all the major parts have been cut out right now. I'm not sure what I'd want to do for the pillars. So how do I want to go about this? So first things first, the bottom is likely not to have the shutter system, because I would not be able to push the shutters into place unless I had it come in sideways. And I'm not sure if I could do that. I'm also not sure about the bottom being auto-sorted. Because the shutters would have to go here. It's difficult to say. I might be able to pull it off. Okay. Oh. I'm missing light here and here. I think I'm going to take a quick trip over to Lost Arks. Lost Ark has a pallet wall. I should probably get my sleep on here in a moment. So let me check on the bees. And Electo is just getting home. I'm probably going to have to take a moment when she gets in. Despite the fact that I just got back from break. 23. Is that less? I mean, flatly it shouldn't / can't be less, but... Wait. It was 26 before 23? 26? Shit. What was it? Because if it was 26 before I threw those other 3... Damn it. I wish that you could solid block the redstone dust so that this kind of thing didn't happen. Oh. Well, you're not getting up the whole way. Alrighty. I need to try to remember on how to get the Lost Ark's new portal now. Oh, I remember. I remember now. Wait a second. Is it this way? It has to be. Okay, pallet wall. The hell is that? Chiseled nether bricks. Nether bricks are more brown now than red. Interesting. Okay. What are you using? Tinted glass. I mean... See, I'm always going to be partial to quartz. But my brain screams that if I'm going to be building with quartz, I'd be better off unlocking a villager. So I'm not being wasteful. Not that the few of us on the server will ever go through enough nether quartz ore on redstone. I could use smooth sandstone. Because that's what this one is, isn't it? Yeah. Are there smooth sandstone, I need to borrow this a second. Well, that answers that question. There's stairs, slabs, and the block itself. So if I were to go with sandstone for the main room, I'd need something darker for the shutters and whatnot. Nether brick seems like a good option. I could just keep it simple. I'm currently doing a lot of things with deep slate. If I simply go with a lot of deep slate, I could use the smooth sandstone for the shutters and the accent. Then I would need something for the pillars. Which I could just use calcite. Straight calcite. Could also do basalt. That's not... Yeah, never mind. That, I was like, that's not basalt. No, it is basalt. It's just not the basalt I was thinking about. I could do basalt. Cherry logs as is looks interesting. The problem is there'd be too much of a chance of somebody accidentally stripping it. So if I went deep slate, and let's assume calcite for the, wait, no, it'd be deep slate and sandstone. Birch doesn't make a bad option for the pillars. There might be something in copper. I mean, not really. I could do amethyst. That kind of feels like something that could work. So it'd be amethyst pillars, sandstone or quartz. Quartz is probably the better one to go with if I'm doing the amethyst. gonna go to the frog farm real quick. Wait a second. That's what I thought. There should be able to be a more efficient method cut from the main line. I should probably update that whole Twitter thing sometime soon, too. I'm still on Twitter, if you want to call it Twitter. Oh, speaking of, evidently, somebody bought the copyright for the Twitter bird and the name, and they're intending on relaunching a social media platform called Twitter. Yeah. When a certain somebody did the whole rebranding, they didn't think that it would be in their best corporate interest to retain the copyright. Yup. Alrighty. Excuse me. That would be true. They've been trying to do away with the redirects for a while. That looks like the gold block is still in... Oh no, maybe not. So we're still missing one of the white frogs for the ochre lights, I think. It's like, were you going to jump or not? Ah, dang it. Get in here. A little closer. Wait. Oh, I think I know what that is. Well, you guys are gonna have to move. There's one. There's another one. Get in the hole. There we go. Do it again. I mean, I'd say this is working pretty decent right now. So it's the pearlescent that we are going to be getting less of until we get the other frog in. Oh, well, fine. I just wanted to stop off there for a moment to get some lights. And boots. Baka had mentioned that there's LA. I don't know enough about LA. It's like... Gotcha, Baka. It's like, I don't know enough about LA to, drag them out of the mansion yet. Because, knowing my luck, LA doesn't like water. And I'd have to take them, at least, in some way, through water. I am kind of curious though, Baka. With this being... Where is it? With right around here being the center line to get back to... back to the main line here. I'm kind of intrigued. No worries, Baka. I'm kind of intrigued as to why you dug up this way to get over the top, rather than taking the standard, standard line and going that way. Aside from the fact that this technically connects to one of your first hubs. Alright. Well, hello down there. Bunch of gravel. Gotcha. Oh, of course. Fine. And does this surprise me or anybody else? No. As in the main path there, Baka, or the path that 6 has from the main path? Oh, well. I mean, if it was simply from the main path, or sorry, if it was the main path itself, I would argue that that's probably available for anybody to do something with, considering we presently do not have a cohesive plan on what the design is going to be like for the Nether hub. If somebody wants to take up ownership of that, then by all means. Let me deal with a few of these. That wasn't even enough XP to repair the sword. Excuse you. Ah, frickin'. Dang it, too far. Why does everything seem muffled? Come on. Where the heck is that guy going? I mean, I'll take the gunpowder. Hey, there's a zombie villager. Ow! How the hell did you hit me that perfectly? Excuse you. That's my butt. You know what? Screw you. Go away. Alright, enough playing around. Yeah, if only the trident would work like it. I mean, don't you have to dig up half the world in order to make a good operating gunpowder farm anyway? Well, yeah, you just got my text because you didn't have a phone online. That makes sense. Come over this way. I want to throw you against the wall. Well, you know how to fix that. Dang it. Bloop. You didn't go plop? Get back here. All right. No shooting me. Down this way. It's like, which one would I prefer? The verdant? Went too far. I think the ogre might end up working better for this. That is the wrong one. Yeah, I think those. Dude, they have orientations? They do. Well, crap. There. Place the farm. Okay. It's like, I know near bedrock, as close to bedrock as you can make it, is generally ideal. I mean, we could do that. I am not opposed to that. Okay, and everything is bright enough in the middle without that. And I probably won't need any of these torches here. Had to check it. Yeah, that kind of works. Yeah. You're perfectly cooked. Okay, if it was perfectly cooked, how's it now scrambled? Or are you just meaning it's mixed? I guess I'm still confused. If it was perfectly... So, you're saying it was a soft boil. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. You know, that, ramen place in the mall, it just occurred to me, they don't offer eggs for the ramen. Screw it, you gotta come out of there anyway. No, no ham either. Okay, let me check on... So it was 2 and 26, I believe. I mean, that's better numbers. Do we have all kinds of stuff being flung out over here still? Yup. There has to be a way to prevent that kind of crap from happening. But the comparator has to be at the beehive in order for it to detect, right? Like, I can't put a block there and it detect the hive through the block. I gotta do a thing here real quick. And what's up there, chill guy? You said, guess what? There we go. So it should be like 56 or something. When that comes through. I don't know if I have dirt stowed anywhere at the moment. Other than behind me. Dang it. I mean, you kind of prefer that anyway, don't you? Oh, there's the dirt. I think I have more of them over here. No, where did I put them? There they are. I had a spot where I had stuffed deep slate. So I needed deep slate tiles. Maybe we'll do deep slate and tough. That way there's a bit of a variation to it. Dang it. No, I don't think I'd have to. I was thinking with the variation, it's like the standard walls and stuff I'd be largely doing with the same treatment like I was saying, in which case I need the deep slate on the floors. Okay, is that about right? That kind of looks okay. So I'd need 8 more stairs just for that. I think it's another 8. Another 8. do have to ask myself, though. Do I intend on trying to do a double piston extender? Wait, I was saying possibility of pulling the shutters in sideways. I couldn't do that anyway. Let's grab a little bit of tough. And let's go for the polished slabs. You know, I don't mind that. And I could even change it up where any of the spots that are not directly over a chest, I can use a more solid, tough variant. Okay. I mean, I would say that that works. Let's go with that. And that. No, sir, I don't think I like that. If I put that on each side, and then it'd be here. Not there. Okay, you're plainly not able to tell which ones are slabs and which ones are not. That is a question, though. What do I... Actually, no, duh. That's where the stairs will end up going. The shutters. Alright. I have no idea. I have no idea what to do in the floor section here. What did I need? That's probably the safest one. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell to put in here. I mean, I suppose that can possibly work. Of course, I also haven't done anything with concrete. That's always a possibility. Hey, look, more diamonds. Alright, I am going to have to be wrapping up fairly quickly here at the top of the hour. Right. I didn't need to be digging out this side. Thank you for pointing out my stupidity. Let's do... Yeah, you know what? Let's just do that for a moment. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what we can realistically use. I mean, because of the unusual shape, I'm certain that somebody is going to suggest terracotta. I could potentially use tough in stair form as accent points. Okay. And if I do that, it almost requires something like that. But then this won't end up working. Because that would mean I'd have to do this and then something in the middle. Which I suppose could work. I gotta try that. Yes. So I need 2 more. 4 more. 4 more unless I'm doing the corners. I was like, this is the way that I did this, right? I wish that there were similar trees, the crimson and the warped stems, that matched the frog lights, so you'd have a yellow and a green one. I mean, the blue one could work. Copper grates could work. So if I put copper grates there, and there, and the same thing up here, oh. That fixes it. So the copper grates thing could still work. I need to fold these. Oh. I can't fold those. Erg. Okay. Three-hour stream for me is generally nothing. But welcome back, chill guy. Once upon a time, then I'd be live, 8-9 hours a day. Almost every single day. Show me some more tuff in the ceiling. No? Dang it. I don't want to dig up too high. I have to strip out the floor anyway. Yeah, life kind of slapped me for a while. And I'm just getting back into streaming again. Yeah, that should work. Question is, do I hate that trim? I think I can put up with that. A little underwater? Yeah, tiny bit. if I were to get a conduit, I could potentially flood this whole lower section as well. I've actually contemplated getting a bunch of conduits and going through all of the pipes with the conduit. Just, you know, hide it in the wall somewhere. Okay, so I am going to be wrapping up here in a moment. I don't really know on what I want to do when it comes to the... when it comes to a lot of the lower level stuff. I was going to use the smooth... sandstone. But the more and more I look at it, the more and more I think it would be... I think it'd be better off with quartz. Although the calcite might work because it's the oh wait, if I no, I'm an idiot. Copper grates. Let's do this real quick. But yeah, as I was saying, I am unfortunately going to have to be wrapping up here. I still have a bunch of stuff that needs to be done before tomorrow's very early morning. I wonder about using copper grates instead of the stairs for the shutters. They will eventually turn us down. I could put lava underneath it, and that would brighten a lot of this stuff up. I don't necessarily need it though. Like we are dealing with a fairly bright location. And then I put the purple and it's probably going to be kind of dingy, you know? I mean, it's not bad. I'm definitely getting the vibe that I might be better off using some quartz or snow. Alternatively, if I used iron for these grates, iron trapdoors, iron, quartz, and the amethyst would probably brighten it up. So yeah, as a reminder to people, there is supposed to be a bit of a Christmas tree decoration-y tree streamy thing tomorrow. It is presently 10 minutes after 9. For anybody who is unaware, this is Atlantic Standard Time. And Blood is supposed to be here for it. I will not be on camera. That's just the way it goes. But Electo and Blood will likely be decorating the tree. You know, honestly, I'm not certain. Give me a quick second here. And I will poke at Electo. And see what her thoughts are. Blood also would have a little bit... Riot? Blip? Am I back? I don't have any drop frames or anything. Yes, it's currently 8:10 p.m. AST. Yes. Atlantic Standard Time. Yes. Oh, you're on ads. Okay, so you can't hear me anyway. So, when I was about ready to ask Blood to give her opinion, it wouldn't have mattered until now. So, Blood, Ima said after 9 tomorrow. What time do you comfortably feel that you could get here before I poke at Electo? With the understanding that obviously everybody still has to do the whole breakfast thing regardless. So that's a bit of a thing. And you would still have to head back over to check on the doggos and then come back over. No worries, Ima. Of course, as you said yourself, that is if you're good enough to go to work. You might not be. We all know this. So, while Blood is thinking, we have time. Ba-dum-bum. If I were to put lava under these grates and brighten it up a little bit more, or even if I don't, like I could potentially put the ochre frog lights down there instead, put the verdant ones down there. I'm kind of a bit of a fan of that right now, the more that I think about it. I'm thinking the iron trapdoors and making use of quartz with the amethyst is probably the best bet here. So it'd be quartz stairs, amethyst, amethyst pillars. I'll need to bring this up just a tiny bit more and then cap it off with a railing. Purple lights? I don't know if there are purple lights, are there? Or is that the third frog light? Okay. I should have just enough time, seeing that I have some here, to try it out, but I am quickly running out of time. I gotta get some stuff done. Electo is more handy, though, right now. While Blood is trying to figure out what time is best viable for her tomorrow for the whole tree thing, what time do you feel, seeing we would have the whole breakfast thing to do, she would have to go back over, she would then have to come back over, and we need to be ready for, what, 3? 4:30. But when are they picking us up? 4:30. Okay. Noonish, at latest, I'm assuming? Oh. So Electo's thinking noonish at the absolute latest there, Blood. I'm kind of liking the purple lights there, Ima. Good call on the purple lights. I think it pulls the amethyst into things nicely with it. So yeah, good call. And I think the lights are only 14s, where the lava would be 15. Yeah, lava would be 15. So it would be slightly brighter with the lava. The... Now, you say earliest including dealing with the doggos, not earliest as in that's the earliest that could occur, correct? Because if it's the latter, I'm calling shenanigans. Yeah, well, that's not my fault. Okay. Electo says that noonish at the absolute latest, but that doesn't exactly make me feel comfy, knowing that you still have to go back over and then come back. Executive decision, 10 a.m. So you and your butt be here by 10 a.m. sharp, Blood? Same as if you were going to work? Gravel goes in here. No, not aim for arrival. Flatly arrival. Anyway, I don't need to wait in stream for you to confirm or disregard that. You can inform outside of stream. So, that one. Alright, so whatever your current time zone is, add approximately 14 hours to it. You might want to tweak that a little bit, Blood. Whatever your current time zone is, add approximately 14 hours. It's like 13 hours, 40 minutes, 40. That would be approximately what time we are intending to go live tomorrow with a Christmas tree decorating thing. I might try and set up some other thing, depending on how long that takes and stuff. Maybe work on some models or Lego kits, or, I'm sure Blood and Electo both have some of either that could be made use of and whatnot. So there are plenty of different things that could potentially work, at least to tie in a little bit of extra time. Like was said, we have to be heading out of here no later than about 4:30, but that's not wrapping up stream. That is us still having to get ready. So we won't be able to be live right up till that point. If I could figure out something like some kind of figurative video on demand thing that I could toss on, like old VODs or, hence the title, hence the name. Something like that. I might try and do something like that and, then post that up. And that way there's still something running for at least another couple of hours or something up until when we have to leave and that kind of thing. But we are going to raid Hun, because if we raid Pack and Hun is live, then Pack will fuss because we should have raided Hun. That, okay. If you'd want to move on to watch more Minecraft, and what is your info over on the red site? Let me grab that real quick, because Pack is multi-streaming as well. Yeah, that's the correct one. Subscription. There. Copy. And that way I can direct people over in the... I did not copy that out, did I? I did all kinds of not doing things today. So that is Pack's link over on the red site. So if you'd rather just move on to watch some more Minecraft and whatnot, Pack is doing Sunlit Valley, I think. It's a mod pack. Hun, on the other hand, and I can't get a red site link for Hun because Hun is currently not live on the red one. Hun is doing Choo Choo Charles and intending to swap over to Plate Up. She's currently on her full screen facey cam like I currently am, so she might be presently in the process of doing the swapping. So that would be less spoopy game and more whatever you want to call dealing with, a gaggle of friends doing derpy stuffs. But that is going to be it for me. What was that blip now? Is that your fault, Blood? I'm betting it's you. Yeah, it's your fault. That is going to be it for me here tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, as always, have a good one.